Hello, geeks and gamers. Welcome to the daily show that happens Monday through Friday. Today is Monday. That means the show is happening. Hope you all had a great weekend. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Man, the news just does not stop between Mario, between Celebration, Star Wars Celebration, through all the nonsense coming out of Celebration. I even got a chance to go see Air over the weekend, which was awesome. I don't think Ryan's seen it yet, but he certainly needs to because you would love this movie, Ryan. It's really good.
I'm looking forward to Air. Obviously, I'm a big Michael Jordan fan, and in his story and everything, and the origin of that shoe just seems like a compelling movie. And it's honestly, it's Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. And regardless of whatever you might think about some of their other views and stuff, they tend to make good movies together, honestly.
Yes.
Especially if it's something that they like, a story they really want to tell. And I honestly just think that Ben Affleck making movies in from 40 years ago or whatever, 30 years ago, it just kind of fits. When he's stepped into that kind of role and when he's made those kind of movies, it just works for him. So I'm looking forward to Air. I'll probably see it in the next couple of days. Went and saw Super Mario Brothers twice over the past couple days.
Same.
And hey, it seems like a lot of people have, considering the box office numbers, which are just massive.
Oh, we're gonna talk a lot about that, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Who all we got here in the chat? I see a lot of green names in the chat. I see a lot of green. We got Oz Mora gifting a Geeks and Gamers membership. We've got almost 2,000 members on this channel right now, Ryan. We've got almost 2,000 members.
That's ridiculous.
Yes, and I did a surprise member stream for D-Day Cobra, and I'm going to be doing a surprise one for Geeks and Gamers probably sometime this week, and you guys are going to be pretty excited about that. So shout out to all of you. Ben says, I enjoyed Jeremy's contribution to the Critical Drinkers live stream a few days ago. Heck yeah, man. It was a great time being on Open Bar. Always happy to be over there. So good stuff. Yeah, so I went and saw the Mario movie for a second time, and I got to say, it's even better the second time, and I loved it the first time. And my main criticism actually I didn't have it after that, and that was Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong. Actually, it works. I hate Seth Rogen with passion, but his Donkey Kong actually works really well. Everything about it, man.
His just his normal voice and his normal banter and stuff, I think works fine. It was just the laugh that triggered me. The laugh that he did when he was getting down low, looking at Mario, I hated it because it was just Seth Rogen's stupid fucking pothead laugh.
Yeah.
And that drove me crazy. But the second time, in terms of the story or whatever, I didn't really, get anything more out of that necessarily than I got the first time. The second time, I was able to just really appreciate how good the animation was. Specifically, the animation in the real world, when they're still in Brooklyn and everything. That scene that you have when they're trying to fix the sink and when the water is coming out, it's phenomenal. The animation's incredible. And the fact that this movie only had a production budget of $100 million compared to the crazy shit we're seeing from Disney right now, $200 million for Lightyear. Was it 165 or maybe even more for Strange World? That type of animation. Illumination, Universal just continue to knock it out of the park in terms of keeping their budgets down and maximizing profits.
Yeah, it really is. And I'm going to make a pretty interesting point about the Mario movie here in a few once we kind of get rolling, because I'm noticing something. And I think that there's far more going on than we realized with this movie, and even me. And what I'm going to say is not something I anticipated saying. It's not something I anticipated that would come out of this movie. Obviously, I predicted long ago that this movie would make $1 billion. That's part of, yes. But what I'm going to say a little bit later is not, it's not anything I expected. And I think it's going to make for a really good discussion between me and Ryan, and obviously the chat. I'd love to hear your feedback on that. But I guess we're going to go ahead and get started with the record-breaking weekend for Super Mario Brothers at the box office. Ryan, take it away.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to start. Once we saw the critic reaction, once we saw the audience reaction, we knew it was split, kind of like we predicted it would be. Everyone was asking the same question. How much is this movie going to make? We started off just a few weeks ago, Jeremy, projected at $85 to $90 million at the domestic box office for its 5-day opening. That would have been okay. Still probably would have made a profit, made a good chunk of money. But then it just went up. Then 127, then 140, then 160, then 195. And by the end, when it was all said and done, $204 million at the domestic box office over the 5-day weekend. The biggest 5-day opening domestically in history. $307 million at the global box office, which is a record without adjusting for inflation for an animated movie, beating Frozen 2 worldwide. So Universal has come in and showed Disney how it's done. They've showed Disney that, you know what, all these excuses you're making to the box office, they're non-existent. If you give families something that they can safely watch with their kids, if you give something that's dedicated to the fans and for the fans, people will come out in droves. And these are insane numbers, bigger than anybody expected. And this movie is shaping up to be absolutely massive.
Yeah, I did not expect these type of numbers. As someone that said 4 or 5 months ago that this was a billion-dollar film, I didn't expect numbers on this level for opening weekend. And if you go back, I remember me and Ryan talking about it before the movie, like 2 weeks before it came out, and the numbers were tracking between $85 and $95 million opening weekend. And I was like, if it does that, it's got a decent shot at $1 billion. I'm not sure, you know what I mean? Because Ryan's looking at the whole Minions opening and the tracking, and I'm like, it might have a shot. This thing just obliterated every single expectation possible, and word of mouth is powerful with this movie. And I did not think walking out of this movie, even though I loved it, I did not walk out of this movie thinking this is going to be something incredible. This is going to be something that's going to take everybody by storm. I did not see this. I felt like this was good. Fans of Mario are going to love this. Families are going to love this. Kids are going to love this. This thing is like a cultural phenomenon at this point in time. It feels massive. When did I go see it again? I think I saw it on a Saturday. And of course, Saturday is a huge day. We all know that. And when I went to Universal Studios, the enthusiasm in the theater was just huge. You had dads dressed up as Luigi, sons dressed up as Mario, families, people dressed up as Peach. Like, it felt like the old days of fandom. And you know that you were going to see something genuine. And there's just a different energy with this movie right now that's happening. And I don't know what to expect with the box office right now. I don't think it's going to slow down. I think this thing is going to hit big. And look, it hasn't even opened in Japan yet.
Yeah, Japan's going to be big. South Korea is probably going to be big as well. The two markets for this movie specifically that are probably going to do decent. And really, I think the big takeaway from this, we mentioned it before, but this came out from the Wrap a few days before it came out, April 4th. Sorry, Disney, Super Mario Brothers could cement Universal as the new king of animation box office. They already basically are.
Yes.
But when you look at the two releases you had last year, Lightyear and Strange World for Disney, flops at the box office. Barely cracked $200 million for Lightyear. Couldn't even get to that for Strange World. Embarrassing numbers. Lost hundreds of millions of dollars for Disney. What did Universal do? Minions: Rise of Gru, almost $1 billion at the box office. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish made $500 million worldwide. Made a good chunk of change because they kept the production budget down. And now this movie taking over. There is a hole right now in family-friendly movies. People don't think they can trust Disney anymore. Families are not going to take their kids to go see a Disney movie just because of the things that they're pushing. And of course, because the quality's gone down. And now Universal comes in, Illumination comes in once again with an IP that has a massive fan base, and they're giving that fan base exactly what they want.
Yep. And that is exactly why I have this larger discussion that I want to have about what's going on with this movie. But first, this is just fan made. But if Nintendo actually announces this or something similar to this, can you imagine the impact? Look at this. Like, this is fan made, but look, this is what this could lead to. This is what this could lead to, the Nintendo Cinematic Universe. And when I say Cinematic Universe, it doesn't mean that it's directly connected. It's not like Mario's going to be jumping into Zelda movies, you know what I mean, or anything like that. It's about creating a universe based on Nintendo properties. So again, this is fan-made. This is not anything official or anything like that. But could you imagine if they did this? And I think this is what this is leading to, something like this. And Imagine what all of these movies could do and the excitement that would happen. Now, the thing I want to talk about here, and this is something that I started thinking about last night, and I was looking at the online discussion. First of all, the thing that really started making me think about this was like right now, these people are losing their minds that hate us over this whole situation. So there's this whole thing going around with this right here. And this is a big discussion online right now. These basically people are using thumbnails. Now, I don't know where this one specifically came from.
You didn't make that.
I know, but there is a video where I'm basically asking girl boss Peach, okay? And this is the video, Ryan. This was a few weeks ago on Geeks Gamers Daily. So my thumbnail says girl boss Peach, Nintendo goes woke. That's because of the articles about it. What did I say in the video? What did I say weeks before the film came out? That this movie is going to be something special. So while I get the concerns, and I'm one of the first people to have these concerns about what's going to happen with Princess Peach, when you look at the template of what they're trying to do with this movie, Mario is essentially going to save Luigi. Mario is going to be brand new to the Mushroom Kingdom. Peach obviously is a ruler of Mushroom Kingdom, and then they have to go and fight Bowser to save Luigi. It makes perfect sense within the world of the Mario universe. Someone said it in my comments the other day, we're talking about this, but yeah, from a movie standpoint, because it's different, little bit different from the standard Mario template, from a movie standpoint, from the emotional connection, like Mario saving Luigi, which is in line with some of the games, makes far more sense from a storytelling standpoint than him saving Princess that he's never known. So the whole video is me saying it's not Girl Boss Peach. And this is prior to the movie coming out. Prior to that, I said 5 months ago the thing was going to make $1 billion. So outside of one criticism that I had, I've been saying that this movie was going to do something special. Now, the online discussion and the difference in the critics and the fans, but only in reverse, I think that something different is happening with this movie. I think that how The Last Jedi broke fandom and how Hollywood always follows trends. So once The Last Jedi broke fandom and we saw the massive divide between critics and fans, I think Mario is having the complete reverse effect than The Last Jedi. I think this is a crucial moment right now for the future of fandom and movies, and the discussion and the enthusiasm behind Mario. This could be a game changer and send all of this into a new positive direction. And it's showing that critics do not matter at all. And it is bringing back the family friendly film. And I think this is a crucial moment because Top Gun Maverick was awesome. We all love Top Gun Maverick. All right. Fantastic film. Brought so much, patriotism and nostalgia and everything like that. This is Mario. Mario is the biggest icon we have. And let me just put this in perspective so people understand. This is a number. This doesn't mean numbers and dollars, okay? The Nintendo Switch is closing in on, this is back in February, 1 billion in software sales, meaning 1 billion individual units of games. Now, the PlayStation 2, I think, has the most sales for games, which is 1.5 billion, I believe, for software. The difference is PlayStation 2 was heavily reliant upon third-party titles. The Switch is selling first-party titles. These are first-party titles. This is how big Nintendo is. This is how big the Switch and the Mario brand is. So the Mario is having an impact in the culture like we've never seen. And it all comes back to one thing: simple yet effective storytelling and honoring the fans. What do you think about all that, Ryan?
Well, I think that when you look at the success of, Top Gun Maverick, things like that, that's not something that has this big, massive, dedicated fan base. It's just not, right? Nintendo has that. If you want to make this comparison to The Last Jedi, Star Wars has that as well. It's a much different thing to kind of put something out there that might pull some nostalgia strings, but mostly could be its own thing with something like Top Gun Maverick. For something like Star Wars and something like Mario, there is a much more dedicated and passionate fan base that's out there. And you need to do the right thing to make those people happy. Very easily, you could do something that has nothing to do with what fans want, that's pushing something on them that they don't want, and they can reject it wholeheartedly. What they did with this, I think should be this wake up call to say, hey, it's not impossible to please a fan base. You have to do it the right way. And what you're seeing, the energy that's out there, it's from Nintendo fans. It's from Mario fans. It's from kids who are playing it on their Switch now, all the way up to people, in their 50s that played this when they were kids. Like, that is what we're looking at right now. And when you look at the results from the box office, that the same amount of people over 25 went and saw it as under 25, all of these things, the writing is on the wall. I don't know if this will be the wake-up call because, quite frankly, there's a lot of people in the entertainment industry that would rather push their own agenda, would rather push things on fans that they don't want rather than give them what they want. But overall, the opening weekend, just this opening weekend, who knows what it'll do next week? Who knows how far this thing will go? It is an indication that if you honor fans, if you do right by fans, they will come out and they will support your product. And that's what needs to happen when you have IPs that are this important.
Yes, and I've seen so many people, bro. Do you know who tweeted about this game yesterday or this movie? Do you know who tweeted about this? This made me laugh. Let me pull
Joe
up
Biden.
pretty well, no, but like right here. Let me find. This is showing you this is the impact this thing's have. Jack Posobiec tweeted about a fucking Mario movie. Okay. Now, Posobiec has historically just shit all over video games as it's being very immature, just like all these other conservative commentators. Now, Posobiec, the original creator of Mario, Miyamoto, was heavily involved with the production of the animated film and insists that it has as little plot as possible just to feel like one of the games. It has no woke narratives and all characters are exactly like the original games. Like, this thing is having a massive impact beyond just Nintendo fans because Posobiec don't know nothing about Nintendo and you don't know nothing about video games. But I'm glad you finally decided to talk about video games. He's a conservative commentator for a lot of you that don't know. Right-wing commentator. Typically talks bad about video games and dismisses video games and the impact of video games. Now, talking about the importance of the Mario movie, because the Mario movie I'm telling you, man, I don't know if I want to, like, I'm not, the $1 billion thing is not a guarantee, even though I think it is a guarantee. I feel like 1.5 billion is not out of the question right now. I feel like 1.5 billion is not out of the question for this movie. And
it certainly could be
huge. This is huge. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. And if you go back to that divide between fans and critics, but just in the opposite, and it's essentially showing you that the critics are completely irrelevant in every way possible. They're completely irrelevant. They don't matter. And like, look at this article right here that I just saw this morning from the New York Times. Our family movies back, all the way back, to the degree that Hollywood can once again count on them as relative sure things. And then this is Super Mario Brothers movie brings back family, the family box office roaring back. So this is a discussion that's happening well beyond. Oh, it didn't even show it, did it? So yeah, that's the title of it. So yeah, so this is, to me, this is a Last Jedi moment in the complete opposite direction. This is a big time moment for fans and showing you that when you honor why people are fans in the first place, you're going to get massive rewards. What did that one article say? It said that a rival studio analyst was paying attention to the Mario movie and they couldn't believe the numbers that were happening. They couldn't believe how it was overperforming every single day. And Hollywood is a trend. They all follow trends. Remember, after Christopher Nolan, what did we get? Every fucking movie had the bong in the trailers and the dark kind of gritty vibe to it. You saw DC constantly following Marvel. You get the Prestige and the Illusionist in the same year. You get Olympus Has Fallen, and what's the other one? Like, Hollywood is a trendy place. Mario could change the game, and I think it is changing the game.
Yeah, and I mean, it beat Frozen's worldwide opening. I mean, if you remember this movie, now that had a bigger international opening, I believe, than Mario has, but also we still got some big places for Mario to open in. And this is what Frozen 2 did, $1.4 billion at the box office. Look at that domestic to international split.
That's insane.
That is insane. And I do think we'll continue to see the international grow and grow. and probably separate itself eventually from the domestic, like we have for most of these movies. But I mean, this is the real comparison. This happened back in July. Minions: Rise of Gru. This had like a $200 million worldwide opening. Mario almost doubled that. Granted, it had an extra day, but that's nuts. Like,
and I don't know,
insane.
did that one have Japan and South Korea? And it's worldwide. And it's worldwide.
And it's worldwide. I can check, I guess. Let's see. Look at all these fucking countries that I don't care about. Japan was 2 weeks after.
Okay.
2 weeks after. Made $32 million total in Japan. I think it's probably going to make a little bit more.
Yes.
For Mario, if I had to guess.
Let me show, and just because I wasn't sharing the proper screen when it came, but this is the actual article from the time. So, Super Mario Brothers movie brings family box office roaring back, and the film's blockbuster opening weekend raised hopes that animation, once one of Hollywood's safest bets, had recovered from the pandemic.
It don't have anything to do with the pandemic.
So it has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with the pandemic. And that's just what part of their cope. But in terms of just the family-friendly box office movie coming back, this is huge, man. I think this is a big moment for fans and for genuine storytelling. So we will see what happens. But Mario, I feel like it's almost guaranteed to be $1 billion. I know Odin's just continuing to cope. I've seen him coping. Oh, it didn't actually beat Frozen 2 without the inflation, but yet he conveniently leaves out that, Japan and South Korea, which were included in the Frozen opening, are not part of the Mario opening. So you're going to be eating pineapple pizza, buddy. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. Some non-biased box office takes. OMB reviews. All right, let's hit some of these super chats. We did get 20 gift memberships from Kevin. Thank you, Kevin, for the 20. Turning more of that chat, Geeks and Gamers green.
Woo! Hell yeah. Thank you. Kevin is awesome. See. We almost got 2,000 people up in here. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. Simple request from a simple man. We appreciate you guys being here. And I'm just happy that I'm excited to talk about something. I'm excited to talk about the Mario movie and potentially the Nintendo Cinematic Universe. And again, when we say NCU, I'm not saying that freaking Link is going to be in. Link's not going to just be popping up in Mario movie. I don't think anyway. I just can't see a scenario that happens. I can't.
If they did a Super Smash movie, that would make sense.
Something like that, or Mario Kart.
Not for the most of the storytelling. I don't think it needs to happen.
Right.
Well, let's get to some of these super chats. Lord Baratheon for 2 thoughts on Star Wars Visions Season 2 trailer. I just caught a glimpse of it. I think that Visions, there's some cool stuff that they did in that. There's also some stuff that's just dumb as shit. But it's got a little dedicated fan base, which is really cool. Osmora with a gift membership. Thank you, Osmora. Every stream, Osmora gives a membership.
Every stream.
Blake Barrett for 2. You hear about John Leguizamo? Human trash. Well, other than I know he's boycotting the Mario movie, him and maybe 5 other people.
Good job on that one, buddy. Good job on that one.
Good job. This one will never. No one can make this script work like I can. That's what he said like 6 months ago. What a fucking tool. Jay, the real McCoy for 20. I saw Mario Brothers twice and loved it. Plenty of references for anyone that's ever played any Mario or Nintendo game. Jack Black stole the show with Bowser, and the music was on point. Who's next? Metroid, Star Fox? I think Zelda.
I think Zelda's probably the next one, if I was to guess. But I mean, they kind of, well, I don't want to say anything spoiler. There's a post-credit scene in the movie that creates some discussion there. But yeah, honestly, Jack Black did steal the show. He really did. And that's not to say others weren't good, because again, my criticism was kind of Seth Rogen, but I really liked his Donkey Kong the second. Not that I disliked his Donkey Kong the first time. It just kind of was like, it's Seth Rogen. But the second time I watched it, it worked a lot better for me. There's nobody in the movie that doesn't work outside of Cranky Kong.
Yeah, that
Cranky Kong's voice is just objectively
that doesn't
distracting.
really make sense. Yeah,
it really doesn't.
That's true.
But outside of that, he's not. Everybody works. Chris Pratt is great. The lady that does Princess Peach's voice, she's great.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah. Toad is awesome, but Bowser, Jack Black really did own it, dude. He really did.
That song is like going viral too.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Sophie for $6. Hail, boys. My Twitter got suspended. I suspect for supporting Riley Gaines, but no reason given. Sadness. Well, that sucks, Sophie. I'm sorry to hear that.
That
But yeah,
sucks.
support Riley Gaines for sure.
Absolutely. Ryan has a good video on that over on Sports Wars.
Yeah. Taker for $2. I believe I asked if Mario would hit $200 million. Yeah, I mean, I think, I don't know if you asked or not, Taker, but yeah, we were talking about that, and we sat there and speculated, and I was like, I think on Friday or whenever we talked about this last, or Thursday, whenever it was, I said, I really think that $300 million global opening, like, I think it's going to get there, and it fucking shot by that thing. So
it has surpassed everybody's expectations. Everybody's. Again, you guys will have to correct me. Like, am I the first person that kind of went on a limb and said it's gonna make $1 billion? And if I am, that's fine. I didn't see this. Nobody saw this. Nobody saw nearly $400 million opening weekend worldwide. No one saw that without Japan, without
and we're
South
still
Korea.
waiting on the updated, like, official Sunday numbers. We don't have those yet. We just have what was projected for Sunday. So there's a chance it could go up a little bit, but or down, I guess, too. So who knows? Super Nate for $10 saw the Mario movie, and it's everything it needed to be and loved it. With this, the Sonic movies, and more on the way. I think video game movies may be the next big thing in place of superhero movies. We'll see.
I agree. Here's the thing with superhero movie or video game movies right now. We are lucky, very lucky, to have Nintendo involved with the production of Mario, and the director, I can't remember his name, for Sonic, and the fact that he listened to the fans, which is such a rarity. You know what I mean? Like, if he didn't listen to the fans, we wouldn't have had those Sonic movies. It would have been the disaster that we had in that trailer. We're very lucky to have those two scenarios right now. And I think the Sonic movies are very good. I think they're fine. You know, I don't feel about them like I do the Mario movie, even though I loved Sonic growing up, but they're really good. And so I even like the Warcraft movie. A lot of, like, most people didn't like the Warcraft movie. I like the Warcraft movie. So we do have good video game adaptations. The problem is the scary part of it is when you start getting these weirdos in Hollywood that get their hands on some of these properties, what are they going to do? Because we also got Halo. Okay. And that was one of the worst things of all time. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out.
I also think it's really funny that, do you remember what the biggest video game adaptation box office movie was before this?
Warcraft.
Jeremy?
Warcraft.
I actually think it was Sonic 2, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure it was Warcraft, because if I'm not mistaken, the first time I talked about $1 billion movie for Mario, specifically Disparu on Friday Night Tights, he's like, I just looked it up and Warcraft is the biggest, and you're talking about Mario doubling this. So I'm pretty sure Warcraft was the biggest worldwide.
Yeah, I guess worldwide. You're right. Worldwide, yeah. 439.
Domestically, it was domestically
Sonic.
Yeah, domestically, Warcraft was it didn't do much world domestically.
Mario is set to surpass that in a week.
Yes,
like that's what we're looking at right now. This is going to become the biggest video game adaptation in a week of release, which is insane.
It is insane. It really is.
Yeah, Warcraft made $47 million in the United States.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Warcraft, again, I don't play Warcraft. And so watching Warcraft, the thing I heard about Warcraft was that people said, like, this is made specifically, this is for a fan of the universe. If you don't know this universe, you're not going to get it. And I guess I just understood certain elements of it for what they were trying to do. I enjoyed Warcraft. I only saw it one time, though. I haven't revisited it, but I remember enjoying it.
Yeah, that's that $47 million United States. That's crazy. That is
awful.
Crazy.
Awful.
Chaos Hoy for 2. Shigeru Miyamoto, Mario's creator, helped make this.
Yes. Well, then that's Nintendo's not going to give their IPs to people and let them just trash them. They're just not going to do it. You know, I know you guys were talking, like somebody said something about like that Illumination was like woking it up and then Nintendo got involved. The reason I don't dismiss the idea that could have happened. I dismiss the idea that Nintendo would even allow it to get to that point because they're so protective of their IP to begin with. You know what I mean? So it's like Nintendo would set the standard prior so that you wouldn't even let that happen. They are very protective of their IP. Very.
All right, we have a lot of super chats, a lot of guys up in here. Almost 2,000 people watching, which is crazy. We'll get to the super chats.
Smash the melee.
We gotta get talking about Star Wars because it has
God,
been
what a difference. What a difference. Like, Ryan, it is rare that I'm excited to get up and talk about entertainment as much as fun roasting it. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, like, I was like, I want to talk about Mario. I want to talk about the box office. I want to talk about the future of video game movies and what we're doing and how impactful this is. And now we got to talk about Star Wars.
Yes, there's a lot to talk about. Obviously, we got the new announcements. Daisy Ridley's movie. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Yes, I know there's some picture floating out there of a pregnant Daisy Ridley with the face looks really photoshopped. I think that's a fake picture. Just going to put it out there right now. This movie has not even been written yet. We got confirmation of that from Kathleen Kennedy. She said that the script is about 6 weeks off from being ready to go. They haven't started filming this yet. So it's a fake picture. Just want to put that out there. Now, I wouldn't put it past them to get her pregnant, to have her have Kylo's Force baby or some shit like that. Of course not. I would not be surprised if that were to happen. However, I am a firm believer that that picture out there is fake, considering they don't even have a script yet for this movie. So I don't think they've shot anything in it yet. That's just going on a limb there. But we did hear some very interesting things that I wanted to get to, because as ever, Kathleen Kennedy is basically the least popular person at Star Wars Celebration once again. And she had some messages for people that are putting things out there about all these things being shelved, the chaos at Lucasfilm. She really wanted to push back against that. Star Wars Lucasfilm issues surprising statement on Kevin Feige's movie. And we've talked about this a lot, Jeremy, how everything gets canceled at Disney Star Wars, how they can't keep anything going the right way, blah, blah, blah. She had some words for people. Of course, this video has been ratioed. Because
Look at that glorious ratio. Yeah. Look at that glorious ratio right there.
I want you to listen to Queen Kathleen Kennedy speak a little bit about this. She was not happy with this question, Jeremy.
Yeah, and for all the movies that we did hear about today, we do know that there are some that have been shelved.
Well, they haven't been shelved.
Oh.
Most things haven't been shelved. Development is a complicated, long-term process. Mm-hmm. Some people, we're dealing with scheduling, because obviously really talented people are working. Mm-hmm. So we don't. It's often not a shelving. It's just, is it ready? Yeah. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. So I'm
she got pissed. She got pissed.
Yeah, she didn't like that question. Then this is when the Kevin Feige thing gets brought up. Listen to this shit.
Thinking about kind of projects like Rogue Squadron and Kevin Feige's project. So could those still see the light of day?
Kevin Feige's project was something announced in the press, or I suppose fandom, but there was nothing ever got developed.
Right.
We never discussed an idea. We did, as everybody knows, Kevin's a huge Star Wars fan. Mm-hmm. And, if he did come up with something, I would be all ears, but that's never really happened. So it's not an abandoned project. It just didn't happen.
Now, Rogue.
She really wants to push back on that stuff. You know what I mean? And you know what? Maybe there's a little bit of truth in there. Maybe there was nothing officially. They were just kind of talking or whatever. But it's clear that these questions really fucking bothered her.
Yes.
Like, she got very upset that these questions would get asked about these things that continue to get put out there in the press that just don't come to fruition.
Yeah, dude, this bitch announced a Rian Johnson trilogy in 2017. Right? Wasn't that announcement in 2017 prior to The Last Jedi coming out? They announced the Rian Johnson trilogy prior to The Last Jedi coming out. It is 2023 now, and we still have no Rian Johnson trilogy. You announced the Benioff and Weiss trilogy, not a movie. Not a movie. We're talking about a trilogy that never happened. Solo got 90% done in the filming before you decided to say, I don't like the direction this is going, making the budget go out of control. And again, we all remember the end result. Solo lost money. And we've seen production hell after production hell. We've seen announcements. We've seen firings. We've seen all of this from her. So for her to try to push back on a couple of stories and try and pretend that there's not problems at Lucasfilm is ridiculous. That is hilarious to watch her get triggered over those questions. And also interviewer, maybe learn his name, Kevin Feige, you know.
Kevin Feige.
God.
Kevin Feige, apparently.
God. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Jesus. I saw Nerdrotic in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait for Real BBC and Tuesday Night's Main Event when we're going to get the Marvels.
The Marvels is going to come out. That's going to be fun.
It's going to be great.
I can't wait for that. Hold on. I got to address someone in the chat here. We got Awesome Guy.
Awesome Guy. What's up, Awesome Guy?
Celebration Cringe. Are you retarded? Star Wars Celebration has been a thing since 199. 199? I don't know who the fuck you are. I just got this stream on my recommended for some reason. Stop being reactionaries. Well, Awesome Guy. I'm sure the chat's going to love you. But Awesome Guy, if you want Star Wars Celebration Cringe, I am here. I'm here to give that to you. Don't fucking worry.
199. 199.
Since 199.
199. The chat.
All right. It's been around for almost 2,000 years, ladies and gentlemen. All right. But if you want Star Wars Celebration Cringe, we have that for you. The Acolyte is coming. I know a lot of people said, oh, that'll never happen. Leslie Headland, Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant. That's just something that'll never happen. That's just a powerless TV show. It'll never come to fruition. It is coming. They debuted the trailer for it. It is being produced. It will be coming out. And you know, it's going to be full of identity politics. And of course, the person who's leading it is Leslie Headland. And what's her favorite Star Wars movie? Do you remember, Jeremy?
I remember all of them.
That's
all
right.
All the Star Wars movies are my favorite movies.
Tell me, what kind of Star Wars fan are you?
I am the type of Star Wars fan that doesn't even have a favorite movie. I just want to live in the universe of Star Wars continually, in perpetuity, forever. So when people are like, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? I'm like, there is no Star Wars movie. There is only Star Wars.
Well, if you wanted more Leslie Headland cringe, all you had to do was ask. Here she is.
Star Wars series, The Acolyte. Here to talk about it is executive producer Leslie Headland.
Oh, no.
Just wait.
Oh, shit.
Talk about an entrance. That was a catwalk. That was fashion show worthy.
Yeah, I just try to treat everything as if we're on RuPaul's Drag Race. That's kind of like my...
Makes a lot of sense for somebody who works for Disney that they would treat it like RuPaul's Drag Race. Shout out to the drag panel at Star Wars Celebration. As you can see, this video has been ratioed on Star Wars official YouTube channel. Not a surprise there. But if you thought the cringe stopped there, we've got more. Don't worry. We've got more. We can go right here to what the people who are starring in The Acolyte, the actors themselves, what they think Star Wars is. I want Jeremy's reaction for this.
It's a battle for power.
I've seen
I mean, the
this.
best parts about Star Wars is there is no good or evil. It depends on what side you're standing on, truly. You know what I mean? That you can look at any angle and see yourself relayed through all the characters, Darth to Luke. You know what I'm saying?
Darth to Luke. That makes me think that he thinks that's his
Darth
first fucking name.
Darth? Did you call him Darth?
Yes.
Did he call Darth? Nobody calls Darth Vader Darth.
Except for Obi-Wan in that one moment. Yes.
Yes. Like, well, again, though, but you have relevance there. But like fans, people that are connected to this, don't say that. He 100% thinks his first name is Darth.
Yes.
He 100% thinks his first name is Darth. Hey, Darth. Let's go hang out, have some beers after you destroy the galaxy. Hey,
But you're not evil. You're not evil. It just depends on your point of view. Hey, hold on. We've got more. Just wait, right? Oh, Christina Ariel, that's right. The racist who hates white people who works for Lucasfilm. She's a big part of these things. That's right.
Yeah, you. You want to meet some more cast members from the Acolyte?
No, not really. But here we go. I guess we have to.
Darn.
Now, can we talk a little bit about the characters that you're playing in the Acolyte? Well, you want?
Yes.
We'll keep it biggish. Jody, can you tell us about your character?
Okay. Well,
Ryan, pause it.
let me try to talk about this without getting.
It physically hurts. It physically hurts to see how bad this is. These people do not care about Star Wars in any capacity whatsoever. None. They hate all of you. They despise all of you, and they don't care about this universe. Continue.
Yeah. Well, just wait here.
Fired or murdered. So my character, you know, she's a powerful leader. She's a powerful leader. Yes. In a very woman-centered world, which I was very excited to kind of be in that, because I feel like Star Wars is very like patriarchal. So it was kind of cool to have like this sort of woman-centered figure.
This is Disney Star Wars. This is what you're getting from the Acolyte. Just keep in mind, by the way, all of these have been ratioed on Star Wars' own YouTube channel. That should tell you something about how excited people are for the Acolyte for this show. But hey, a lot of people said it's never happening. The Acolyte's not going to be a thing. It's a thing. Like it's going to be like 8 or 10 episodes on Disney Plus, all led by Leslie Headland.
They don't care. They don't care about anybody who's actually a fan. In fact, did you see Star Wars Theory's video making fun of the fact that
he's not going?
Yes.
I saw a couple of his videos he put on Twitter.
No, he put it on Theory's Arcade. This is so good. The title of it is Disney is Sending Me to Star Wars Celebration.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm just at the airport here, and I'm waiting on my ticket to go to the UK, the celebration. I can't wait to see you guys. And I saw a lot of the other Star Wars YouTubers, and everyone got sent out by Lucasfilm, and they're having a good time. And I can't. I'm waiting for mine. I think it got lost in the mail or something. So you know how they are. They just get busy with stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait around here for a bit. I'll keep you guys updated, but yeah, it should come in any minute now, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay.
So the end of it is like it plays out good. You can go Theory's Arcades on his channel, but in the end, he basically says that he jumped out of the plane because the in-flight movie was The Last Jedi. But the whole thing was that they don't want real Star Wars fans. They are looking for activists. They're looking for people. There's like, I don't know where it came from. Did you see the video Jay played of Star Wars Explain dancing with drag queens?
I have seen that video out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like that is Star Wars fandom. That is Star Wars critics now. That is Star Wars media right there. If you have any type of level-headed opinion, or if you just care about George Lucas's Star Wars, you're not welcome. No one wants you there. They don't want you there. They don't want you anywhere near it. You're not allowed to question. You're not allowed to hold them accountable. I guarantee you that chick for IGN will never, ever, ever be able to interview a Lucasfilm executive again, because even just a basic question, you could tell that Kathleen Kennedy was furious with that. Because you're not allowed to ask questions. You're just supposed to consume. You're supposed to cheer when they tell you women are involved. It is so bad, and it's why I'm so disconnected from everything Lucasfilm. My goodness.
Yeah, this is hey, basically everything that was like announced is like all female centric, to be honest with you. But hey, you got to give Kathleen Kennedy credit. She told us exactly what she was going to do. Lucasfilm told us that they wanted to make Star Wars a brand for girls. They told us the Force was female, and here we are. She is still the president of Lucasfilm, will be for as long as she wants to be, and this is the future for Star Wars. So, yay.
Darth Brooks.
I've seen a lot of 199. Someone's like, I haven't seen this much cringe since 199.
Since 199. Yeah, like again, rule. Here's a good rule. Okay, a good rule. If you don't like us, if you're gonna come into the chat and insult us and call us retarded, totally fair, by the way. Most of our fans do too. Don't misspell. Don't misspell or have typos. It's just an idea because we're going to highlight it and then we're going to monetize it. And then it's going to make you even madder when you see all these super chats and these gifted memberships rolling in. It's just going to make you really, really mad. And that's the point, because ultimately you should ignore us if you don't like us. Because if you're here, we want you here. We want you liking, or we want you watching and screeching in the chat because it's appreciated. And yeah, but party like it's 99199.
But hey, listen, there's been a lot of like bad news and cringe news. I do want to play something from Star Wars Celebration that is cool and awesome, and that is that's the return of Hayden Christensen to Star Wars Celebration. As much as I hate, you know, the person who's introducing him, and hate what they did in Obi-Wan Kenobi when he made his return, I thought that was fucking absolutely horrendous. I do think this is a really awesome moment, and shows his appreciation for Star Wars fans. Watch this.
This is where the fun begins. Give it up for Hayden Christensen!
Hayden's the best.
He probably got the biggest reaction for Star Wars Celebration. I want to go past a little bit of this music so we don't get hit, but
he deserves every single bit of this respect too. He deserves every ounce of it and more. Hell yeah, man.
like it just kept going. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and he's
let it
about to
keep-
respond to it here.
Yeah, let's keep watching. This is awesome.
Man, you guys sure know how to make a guy feel good. That was very nice. Thank you.
We do.
I love you guys too.
Hi, Hayden Christensen.
Making me emotional.
There is
Gotta
Isn't it-
feel good. Gotta feel
Yes.
good to be Hayden Christensen.
Ah, man, the dude went through hell, and you know, he I think it was a completely undeserved. You know, I'm a prequel defender. I'm always going to be a prequel defender, and yeah, Hayden had some, you know, especially in episode 2. You know, you can say he had some cringy lines or whatever. That's fine. He's still an awesome guy, and I loved him in Revenge of the Sith. And I'm so happy that it's come full circle, and he's basically the rock star of Star Wars now, even though of what's left of it. But you could tell that the fandom is still there. You can tell that, like, the people out there, a lot of those people that are in the audience, they just want good Star Wars. That's all they really want. And seeing him come out there and get that ovation, definitely an awesome sight to see.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate they're just going to continue to, like, you know, rape Star Wars and destroy his character more. But hey, you know, that is the downside of it. But it's good to see that type of reaction for somebody who felt pretty outside of everything. And so that's pretty cool. That video isn't ratioed, by the way. Somehow that video isn't
Shockingly.
ratioed on Star Wars website.
Shocking, isn't it? Shocking indeed.
Let's see. Warren Perkins for 2. Metroid and Smash and Zelda and Star Fox would kill it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll pull this up. Well, that's a true star for Star Wars. Thank you, Bill Clinton. I was trying to get this one, but I happen to get that one. For a crowd that size, that's quiet, media mostly. No, I just think it's probably how the video is recorded. Obviously, there was a ton of people there. They were being incredibly loud. That was the loudest the crowd had been the entire time for any of the Star Wars Celebration shit. For sure. Mad Dog Gamer for 5. As much as I like you, Jeremy, Peach was indeed a girl boss, and it became annoying by the end of the wedding scene.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've talked about this a few times. I get the concern on that, but was Peach a girl boss back when Super Princess Peach came out, like on the Game Boy? Advance or the whatever it was, or 3DS, I can't remember, when she literally rescued Mario and slapped Luigi out of the face. I think there's just, again, Hollywood has destroyed the female character. Society has destroyed being a female in general at this point in time with a lot of the stuff we're seeing. But Peach, again, it made sense. She justified it. She said, hey, I'm from here. This is why I'm good at these things. Power-ups are how we're able to accomplish things. And ultimately, without going into too many details, there's a moment in the show, or a moment in the movie, where they travel somewhere because Peach herself said she needs help to defeat Bowser. She literally said, I need help. And they go somewhere, and guess who actually accomplished getting the help? Mario. And then afterwards, she goes, that was amazing. That was incredible. You just don't give up. You never give up. And he goes, yeah, I guess that's a good thing. And she goes, it's a great thing. And guess who's the hero in the end of the story? It ain't Peach. So I disagree with you. I respect where you're coming from, and I understand Hollywood is destroyed. And this is the problem when you're just constantly trying to elevate female characters just for the sake of being female. That when you actually have good female characters, they can't be appreciated because you've destroyed the idea of the female character in Hollywood.
Grace Randolph this is Bill Clinton again, for $5 says, Grace Randolph review. She said she had to search up the name for Mushroom Kingdom because the movie didn't make it clear despite the movie saying it.
Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my God, man.
Jay the Real McCoy for $10. By having Luigi get saved now, think how impactful that will be when Luigi returns the favor in Luigi's Mansion. Yeah,
I'd love a Luigi's Mansion. The possibilities are endless with Nintendo, and that's the best part of it.
You had like a snippet of Luigi's Mansion feel in that one when he was running from the dry bones.
Yep.
Taker 610 for $2. New 3D Mario and Switch 2 coming this fall.
Switch 2 is not coming this fall.
What WYFT for $5? Did you hear on Steven Crowder's show? Alex Jones almost got into a fight with MAGA Mario, calling him a drug pusher. Must have missed that. Thank you. Jack Hudson for $2. A little corgi with a heart. Thank you.
Smash the melee button.
We got 2,400 people watching. Thank you guys. Andrew Wordna, member for 2 months, says 2 weeks to Vegas. Hail G&G. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah, I can't believe it's 2 weeks away. It's going to be nuts.
I am excited. Vegas is going to be great, and I can't wait to see all of you out there. On the note of that, and today, I think this is a good time to plug. I, for the first time, am on my Meta PC. The Meta PC I'm rocking looks a lot like this. So thank you to Meta PCs for hooking us up here at G&G HQ. And if you are interested in getting yourself a new PC, you can go over to our landing page. The mods are going to be dropping links. Use that promo code GEEKS, GEEKS. It helps us out substantially. We have sold a few PCs already, and trust me, that has helped us significantly. So please go over to Meta PCs if you're in the market for a new PC. Consider using that promo code. It will help us out, and Meta PCs has looked out for us in a big way. So shout out to them. Mods will be dropping links, and I will pin the link as soon as that link is dropped.
Yeah, and you can head over and just use the link in the description. And if you do it, you can even get a custom graphics card backplate with G&G logo on it. It's pretty fucking sick. So please go over there and support us. Use code GEEKS for a discount.
Yep.
UK reactions for $10. But Grace Randolph said it wouldn't make it to Friday. She's an absolute joke. A kid's movie that isn't woke. How dare they? Keep it up, guys. Thank you, UK reaction. That's your first super chat you've ever sent. So thank you.
Ryan, do you think we can get a code 199? Do you think we could get them to do that today?
I don't know about today. No. Code 199. Hey, if you wanna shove it to Awesome Guy, he'll probably be pretty triggered if you buy a Meta PC, to be honest.
It's true.
Because maybe that's why. Maybe he had a fucking typo. Maybe his keyboard isn't working very well. Maybe there's something wrong with his PC. I don't know. But Star Wars Celebration since 199.
I like this. We are the 199. Yeah. Is that the new chat right here? Because, for D-Day Cobra, it's a snake pit. Let's make you the 199. That's the chat. Geeks and Gamers chat is the 199. Let's do it. It's official, ladies and gentlemen.
Is there a 199 area code?
I don't know.
It's for fucking India. That's the. I think that's the country code for somewhere in India or some shit. I don't know. Nice, Red Tigers. Thank you.
Awesome. Heck yeah.
I appreciate it.
We are the 199. I like it.
Torkilled Ranzow with 5 gift memberships. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
199 for 199.
69 for 69. Doll Life Dan for 5. Watched Mario's super late show last night. It was excellent. Can't wait to see what the characters see in the sequel. Wario next villain. I heard Jack Black says he wants Pedro Pascal as Wario. It might not be working too much for Lucasfilm after this, so maybe. Mike Hill for $10. Did either of y'all check out the other Nintendo movie Tetris? I haven't seen it.
I am planning on watching it. I'm looking forward to it. I know Side Scrollers did an interview with the Tetris CEO. That was a pretty good interview. So I am. It's on Apple, I think, which I don't have Apple. I think that's the only place you can watch it, though, right? From my understanding. So
TV,
yeah, I'm sure we can get something worked out where I can watch it. I do want to see it though. I heard it's good. So if you just tuned in, I also, outside of seeing Mario and loving it, I also saw Air this weekend with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, based on the Michael Jordan story of Air Jordans. It's really, really good. I really enjoyed it. So 2 good movies that I saw this weekend. And I think, like, I love Ben Affleck as a director, as an actor. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's a great director. I think most people would agree with that. And this is a really good movie, especially if you know that story in any way, shape, or form. I think you will appreciate it. It's really good.
We have some 199 super chats coming in. Thank you, Saratano. The Gilk Man for 5 saw Mario on Wednesday and loved it. The best movie of the year so far. Chris Pratt's voice still bothers me a tiny bit. Much love to both of you. Thank you, Thomas. Chris Pratt, I didn't even think of it as him halfway through the movie. So it was
the way that here's what's great about that movie. And again, it's not no details or anything, but it's like, obviously they didn't go out of their way to explain a whole lot because they expected you, the fan of the Mario universe, to just get it. But there was one thing they did explain in the beginning because they understood that was the one thing they needed to explain. And they did a great job at that, you know? And I was like, holy shit, that was good. That was well done. Charlie Day was fantastic as Luigi as well. He really was.
Shellback for $2 for the Odin Pineapple Pizza Fund. # Team Pineapple Pizza. Looking pretty certain.
Yeah.
Harry Brownhole for $2. Makes sense. John Leguizamo's best performance, an evil clown. Trevor Martin for 2. Is Dawn of the Jedi book worth a listen? I'm not a big fan of Dawn of the Jedi Into the Void. I don't like it very much. One of my least favorite Star Wars Expanded Universe novels, if I'm being perfectly honest. And I think that it's a little bit of a boring book, but you can give it a chance. I don't know if they're going to use any of that for James Mangold's movie, Dawn of the Jedi, but that is another female lead, so it sounds right up Star Wars alley. Ash and Rose for $10. You guys have me excited for Mario, bringing the kids to see it. Thanks for your honest takes. Thank you, Ash and Rose. Chris Cran for 5. If Rey pregnant is true, I'm selling my collection. Disney's officially destroyed my past. I want to know why that would be the thing that is like, Chris, I want to know why that would be the thing that sends you over the edge. I don't know what, Rey being pregnant, how that could make things worse than they already are. But hey, maybe it ends up being Palpatine's baby. Maybe Palpatine force fucked her before Kylo did. So she thinks it's Kylo, but it's really Palpatine's. I don't know. Little Star Wars incest wouldn't be the first time. Marksman for 2. Hey, awesome guy. Great to see G&G's favorite stalker. Is that the favorite? Yeah, there's a lot of haters out there. Even haters that will try to come up with the most stupid ass false flag attempts to try to paint us in a bad light, the most pathetic thing you can fucking think of. They will try to do it. But hey, we're sitting here rocking and rolling.
Chris is asking chat, do you guys want a 199 emoji? Oh, the members are going to have some fun with that one.
Someone said Trump's IQ 199. That's good.
Chat, you got to let her know, and she'll make it happen. So the 199's out there. That's perfect.
Bill Clinton for 2. Could be worse. She could have said Solo was her favorite movie. Yeah. Take her for $2. That interviewer, gravelly voiced motherfucker. Chaos Hoy for 2. KK is incompetent and still employed.
Can you pull that? Can you pull Leslie Headland's? Do you have it still pulled up? Can you just pull it up again? Leslie Headland. When she came out there.
I can find it quick.
Do you remember? You remember what was? You remember what was said about her on Friday Night Tights?
I don't know.
I'll wait for you to pull it up and I'll repeat it because this is the first thing I was. I don't know who said it. It wasn't me, but so whoever said it gets the full credit. It might be Gary. I'm not sure, but who was it? Somebody said too ugly to be assaulted.
Oh yeah, I think it was Quarter Black. She's like too ugly to be Me Too'd or something. Something like that. Yeah.
Tell me, what kind of Star Wars fan are you?
I am the type of Star Wars fan that doesn't even have a favorite movie. I just want to live in the universe of Star Wars continually, in perpetuity, forever. So when people are like, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? I'm like, there is no Star Wars movie. There is only Star Wars.
How proud. She's so proud of herself right here, bro. And then she follows it up with a plea that worked, apparently.
When are you writing a Star Wars movie?
Oh, please, Queen Kathleen Kennedy.
Do you have ideas?
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. I think I've had ideas for Star Wars movies since I was 13 years old, maybe 8 years old.
Oh, my God, dude. It's so bad.
Can't wait.
It's so bad.
Dude, it was so funny watching her strut out in her fucking like moo pajamas, whatever the fuck those were, and immediately reference RuPaul's Drag Race. Like, you can't make some of this shit up. You can't make it up.
Oh man, the 199s.
199 strong.
Means you can never send a $200 super chat. It has to be $199 flat. No more $200 ever. Only $199.
Hayden for $10. Was that Kathleen Kennedy's alt account that popped in here? Hayden Christensen on the main stage with the loudest crowd and greatest moment. I didn't even see this before. I had that ready to go before the stream, but you are right, Hayden. It was. Eli Saul for 2. Rename Star Wars into Shit Clown Wars. I don't know if it rolls off the tongue, but it's more appropriate.
Shit Clown Wars.
Yellow Flash for 2. Is that GI Stormtrooper Jane? I don't think so. Gung Ho Mac for 5. You thought Order 66 was bad. Wait till Darth executes Order 199. Yeah. Darth. From Darth to Luke.
Darth. He legit thought his first name was Darth.
I think so too. That's what I covered this in my stream yesterday. I said the same thing. Like, I actually think he thinks that that's his first name. But hey. Let's see. Sophie for $2 says 199 and a bunch of emojis. Default for 2. Only Star Wars joy remain for me is Fallen Order 2. Hey, Fallen Order. I think there's a lot of people excited for Jedi Survivor, and Cameron Monaghan, I think that's how you say his name. I'll be honest, like, he is super excited and like into being that character. He wore the fucking poncho for his Star Wars Celebration thing, so he seems like he really loves being a part of it, which is cool to see.
Ben becomes a member. Ben dropping bombs the other night on the member stream for Fortnite. It was crazy. Thank you, Ben. I can't get over Clown Shit Wars. It's just
that's what it says. It says Eli Saw says rename Star Wars into, and then it's a poop emoji and a clown emoji and then wars.
Clown Shit Wars.
Shit Clown Wars.
So Shit Clown Wars. Okay.
I don't know. I just read the super chats here. Doom Scholar Studios for $10 doesn't say anything, and then repeats it a minute later. $10 also doesn't say anything. Thank you for the support, Doom Scholar Studios. Ryan Cunningham for 5. Mad respect, dudes. Thank you. Bill Prime Gaming for 5. Jeremy should play Mario for adult entertainment.
Hey, you tell me which one. I'd love to play Galaxy through again. I want to play through Super Mario World though. I've been thinking about this. So
Oh,
Super Mario World is the greatest game ever made. In my opinion, Super Mario World is the single greatest video game ever made. I just think nothing compares to Super Mario World. And obviously there's like, because Yellow Flash did his like top 3 games yesterday, so I retweeted him. I put my top 3 and just made me start thinking more about like my favorite games. So Galaxy's up there for sure. Go ahead though, Ryan.
When I read this, I thought that it meant Jeremy should play Mario in like porn. Jeremy should play Mario for adult entertainment. Is like how I read it in my head, but it probably means what you're meaning. I was like, what the fuck? Celluloid Dream for 2. Jeremy and Ryan are scruffy nerf herders. Hey, scruffy looking. Marksman for 2. For a crowd that size, it's quiet. Oh, we read that one. I don't think it was quiet. Martin Ainscough for 10. Hard to port, full broadsides. Cheers. Cheers, Martin. Red Tigress, member for 11 months. Hollywood and Culture Day have corrupted the idea of an independent woman. It's not bad to like and need men. Can't disagree with that.
Yep.
Stephen Wasick for 10. Anna said the picture of Rey pregnant is real because the leaked Star Wars scripts and Last of Us 2 were called fake and we knew it wasn't. In my opinion, that is not a real picture. That's a fake picture. I have seen every single trailer that they played at Star Wars Celebration that they haven't released to public, that they're copyright claiming when they're up, from people that were there. There was there's no Rey movie trailer that got screened that I'm aware of. They're still here. Let me just show you something from Kathleen Kennedy. If I can find this little nugget here.
So let me show so what everybody's talking about. This is what's going around on Twitter right here. This is what's going around on Twitter. So don't know if that's real or not. Have no idea, but I don't think it is.
I think it's a Photoshop.
Yeah.
Because again, I've seen every other trailer that was played. I've seen every video of every trailer. I haven't seen a video of that at all. And this is also the other reason I don't think it's real. It certainly could be, but hey, Star Wars script for Daisy Ridley's movie still 6 weeks off, says Kathleen Kennedy. This is what she said yesterday. We've been working on that film for a few years, and all that feeds to our overall storytelling. We've got to a point now where we've got a wonderful writer in Stephen Knight. He's come on board. We're going to see a script probably in the next month and a half that we've been working on for quite a while. So we're getting close. They just, in my opinion, they haven't started shooting anything for this. They don't even have a script for this.
Yeah, if there's no script, then there wouldn't be a leaked image of it unless it was a something promotional that they released. But again, I don't know. Maybe Anna has more information than we have. I don't think that's real. I don't see that being real. That doesn't mean that the storyline isn't. It couldn't.
I could totally believe that they would have Rey be pregnant.
Yes.
That Kylo's fucking Force thing that he did. That he made a baby or it's a new chosen. Like, of course they could do something like that. I'm not saying that that's not a possibility. It certainly is. I just don't think that image is real. Personally,
I personally kind of hope it is. Just because.
Oh, it'd be great.
Oh God, please be real.
That was real.
Please be real. That would be fantastic if it is. So again, maybe Anna has more information that we don't have, but I don't think it's real. But I goddamn hope it is.
For sure.
Absolutely hope it is.
Leet Meathead for 10. I feel like the Mario movie was fine, but mainly shallow fan service. And you guys are being really charitable because it wasn't woke. Love the daily streams. Keep up the good work. I mean, I don't think that I think it was like some great fucking magnificent movie. I think that Mario and Nintendo fans are really going to like it. I think it's a good movie. But I don't think it's like an all-time great generational movie.
I don't think that Mario is I've said this already. I don't think it's on the I consider Toy Story the pinnacle of animated films. And from an emotional standpoint, storytelling, all of that. I don't think Mario's near that. I don't think Mario is even like Finding Nemo level in terms of storytelling. But nostalgia matters, pre-existing stories matter, pre-existing characters matter, and lore matters. And when you're taking on arguably the most iconic character in the world and bringing him to the big screen for the first time in animated form, there's a lot of pressure that goes with that. And so making sure that the fan base, the rabid, passionate fan base is happy is a very difficult task. And from that perspective, this movie is definitely having an impact that, I mean, I'd give the movie an 8 out of 10. That's what I'd give it. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. It's a solid movie. I enjoyed it as a Mario fan. I said the first time I watched it, the storytelling was a little light. I actually found more story the second time, though. I actually did. I found more heart with the family dynamic and all of that. I very much enjoyed it. In terms of it not being woke, I think by default, anything that's not woke is going to get some praise in current climate of where we are right now. But
it's not an anti-woke movie.
Yeah,
it's not
an anti-woke movie at all.
I see some like I guess maybe like conservative talking heads like pushing like, oh, it's anti-woke. It's not anti-woke. It's just
no.
There's just no messaging in it.
No,
like that.
It's exactly what you would expect a Mario movie to be, and that's it. And I think that's a good thing. I think that's an excellent thing, and that's why it's having an impact beyond even what I thought it would have. It is resonating with people, even across the board, even if they're not necessarily Mario fans. It's having an impact on families, and just a general public, which is a good thing.
The Exalted Patriarch for 5. Hail, my son and I saw Super Mario Brothers. Worth it. Seth Rogen's the only drawback. Keep holding the Hollywood Freak Show accountable. Hey, we will do our best. Infinity Flare for 5. Worth investigating if Disney ever had the chance to make a Super Mario Brothers movie where they completely rebuffed or did they refuse easy money? I don't know if they ever had an opportunity. Maybe Nintendo didn't want to work with them too. Who knows?
Nintendo, who was the question about?
Worth investigating if Disney ever had the chance to make the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah, I just think the timing right now is what works for Nintendo. Plus Nintendo, I'm sure I'm not confirming this. I'm just saying I'm sure that there were at least some levels of discussion with Nintendo and Disney about bringing a theme park to Disney. The same reason that I don't think that would have ever worked, the same reason that J.K. Rowling didn't bring Harry Potter to Disney, which almost happened, is because Disney, they want that level of control, and there's no way Nintendo's giving up control. There's no way. You know what I mean? So Nintendo needs creative control and creative input. And so I don't see that there was ever any depth, that there could never be any in-depth discussions about that, because Disney wants too much control and Nintendo's not going to give up control.
Nate Rivers for 5. They make a Metroid movie. It's going to be what Lightyear should have been. That'd be cool. Robo knows it for 10. Grogu will be a female. Super Mario was awesome and fun. Star Wars is upsetting. Thank you.
Yes.
Very, very straight to the point there. Tendu Kiryu for 10. I agree with Gary that James Gunn should focus on one good Superman movie before building a DC universe. I think Nintendo and Illumination did this well with Mario before announcing a universe.
Very true. Very true. And that's what, again, this is exactly why this is connecting so much. It's not like they announced the Nintendo Cinematic Universe. It's not like they announced, like, hey, we're going to make Super Mario 1, 2, and 3. We're going to move into Sunshine and Galaxy and 64 and lead into Odyssey. And it's going to open up Metroid and Star Fox and Zelda and F-Zero. No, they just said, we're making a Mario movie. And we'll see what happens. And that's the template right there. That's why I'm telling you, I think that this movie is going to have massive impact across the board that we're not even aware of yet. This movie is going to be something we're going to look back on as something that changed the direction of what's happening with fan-based movies.
True Mr. Gentleman over on Rumble, Yoshi's Island utterly destroys Super Mario World in absolutely every aspect, period. Even most Donkey Kong games are better than Super Mario World.
Ugh.
I like Yoshi's Island.
I mean, yeah, but Super Mario World's goated, man. I look, I'm not saying it's going to be everybody's favorite. And again, for me, like, Galaxy almost surpasses it in some ways.
I think I probably played more Yoshi's Island than any other of like that era of Mario game, I think.
And I love the Donkey Kong Country games. Tropical Freeze is one that a lot of people probably have overlooked. I highly recommend playing Tropical Freeze.
Matthew Hammond for 5. Sail the high seas to watch Tetris if you don't want to support Apple. I liked it more than Air.
Really? Okay. I'm interested to play or to watch it.
Warren Perkins for 5. Charlie Day did drop a little hint he'd be down for Luigi's Mansion. They did say that. Also, Metroid has been a thing since 199.
199.
Jake the Movie Geek for 5. Did you guys see that Chris from Mr. Beast just freakishly transitioned? Yes.
Yeah.
Tough to miss.
Well, here's the thing. If you really want to become famous, just be a dude that transitions, and conservative commentators will make you the most famous person on the fucking planet. That's a fact. Whether it's the Bud Light guy now,
Dylan
or
Mulvaney.
Yeah, I've literally never known the name. Is his name Chris Tyson? I've never knew his name until conservatives decided to just tweet about him all fucking day long.
I've never watched a Mr. Beast video that Jeremy hasn't showed me, I guess.
Yeah,
Like,
I've watched a couple.
That's about the only ones. Like Jeremy's like, check out this Mr. Beast video, and I watch it. But I've never organically came upon a Mr. Beast video on YouTube ever, which is crazy.
It is wild for like my timeline is full of the Dylan guy and Chris from Mr. Beast now from conservative commentators that just cannot fucking stop talking about these people. Like, it's constant.
Bill Prime Gaming for 10. You guys are awesome. You're gonna play Star Wars Jedi Survivor? I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it's actually gonna be really fucking good. Like, I think if you liked Jedi Fallen Order, you're gonna really like Jedi Survivor. But we'll see. PC Gaming Guru for $20. Speaking of Dylan Mulvaney, doctor to Dylan, ma'am, you have testicular cancer. It's true. Something doctors probably weren't used to saying 20 years ago. Angie for 10. My whole family went to see it. We loved it. I didn't have to worry about any woke. Yeah, I mean, you cannot deny Universal has taken over family entertainment when it comes to animation. They are killing it, and Disney is dying.
Yes,
the choices they've
no,
made.
it's 100%. Like, I've seen some people saying like, "Oh, you guys can't stop talking about Disney." And yeah, no, we can't, because this is a crucial moment. Disney is losing now. They are losing. Lightyear lost so much money.
Disney Animation was a fucking money printer. Like,
yes,
like everything they fucking did slapped. Everything they did hit. Everything they did made so much money. But all of a sudden, for the past 4 years or so, 5 years, no, I would say 4 years, because back in 2019 they had some massive hits. It is fallen off a cliff. This was what this company was built on, was family brands, family entertainment. And they have decided that they were going to prioritize pushing a not so secret gay agenda, pushing critical race theory, going to war with the state of Florida so that teachers could sexualize kindergartners. That's what Disney has put out there themselves. They have put that message out there that those are their priorities. So families in turn realize, hey, maybe we can't just trust Disney anymore. Maybe we can't just have our kids watch things from Disney. And it'd be one thing if it wasn't playing out in the box office numbers, but it is. Had the mainstream media covering for them saying, oh, the pandemic, oh, families don't want to go to the theater. They just want to watch things on streaming. Fuck off. Illumination and Universal and DreamWorks with Puss in Boots, they are proving that that's not the case, that there is something specifically about Disney animation that is pushing people away.
Yep. Accurate. Look at this. Look at this. Just purchased my Geeks and Gamers Meta PC. Can't wait to get it and show it off. Keep up the good work, guys. That is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Hell yes. Thank you so much. Again, we want them to get a ton of love. We want them to know that Geeks and Gamers, definitely out there shouting them out and supporting them. Because again, they gave us like 4 rigs for HQ that has been very beneficial, and really, I'm actually putting the pin. I'm a pin Cam Man's comment right now. There's the link to our Meta PCs page, our landing page. So hell yes.
Thank you.
You can't super chat, Michaela? Why not?
That's weird.
Yeah, sometimes you have to. I don't know what device you're on. Sometimes you have to close if you're on your phone. So like this happens to me on on Jay's stream more than anybody's.
Yeah, probably.
It really, it's like I'll try to send the $1 super chat to troll him, and then I have to end up sending like 5 or 10 because it won't let me send the $1 super chat. And he's like, "Oh, Jeremy thinks I did good today." No. It just wouldn't let me send the $1. So only $199 super chats works.
That's good. Joey Flores for $5. I heard Roman Emperor Septimus Severus had a great time at Star Wars Celebration in 199. Probably. Jay's full utter chub for $2. I can't wait for the Afro light to come out. Yeah.
That's awesome. Love my Nerds Radical with the Geeks and Gamers backplate. Thanks for working with them and promoting them so much. They have amazing customer service, not just product. Hell yeah.
They really
Hell
do.
Yeah.
They're awesome. They'll like, if you don't even know, maybe you're not sure what you want, you're not sure if you need something, they're more than willing to talk to you and work out something for you, because you can fully customize them. Or you can get one of like the pre-built ones, whatever you want.
Bashy Washy for 10 Geeks and Gamers memberships. Shout out to Bashy Washy. We're up to 38 new members right now. Krista's working on the 199 emoji for all the 199s in the chat. We've been partying since 199 here at Geeks and Gamers.
I got 199 problems and a droid ain't one. Thank you. Marty Gray for 10. Watch the Russell Crowe movie. Was all right with some great moments from Crowe, but at the end they gotten rid of one of 200 fallen angels, leaving how many? 199 true story. So is that the one where Russell Crowe is like a exorcist or whatever? That looked really freaky and interesting. I might go check that out.
Darth Brooks. They keep saying Darth
Brooks. Fuck. Mad About Hatter for 2. D-Day Cobra RK Outpost in 199, an epic verse film. Maybe. Stephen Wasik for 2. Carolyn in the chat. She was great on Simpcast. Yeah, I saw she was on there last night. Shout out to her. She's always hanging out in these morning streams while pretending to get work done for Eric July.
Kayla says, I don't know shit about Mario, but I enjoy the movie, and so did my kids. I even bought the Mario game yesterday. The movie did its job. Entertain and sell. That's what it's all about right there.
And yeah, there she is. There she is in the chat. Big shout out to her right there.
Yep.
Stephen Giles, we said that, becomes a channel member. Mar Isle Betushana for 2. I bet Darth Crate will be the bad for the Rey films. I mean, they got to bastardize more expanded universe. So probably. Go ahead.
Ashy Washy for 50. 50. Hail to you nerds. You need to see Tetris. It is so good. 10 out of 10. I streamed it twice yesterday in Gary's Discord and everyone loved it. Might do it again today. Go and watch it. All right, Bashy. I'm convinced now. Like, seriously, like, I mean, I've heard so much good stuff about it, but like, especially with the video game, like, I do think that this could be important from the Mario standpoint, what we're seeing with Sonic, Tetris, obviously a video game, and you guys are raving about it. So I'm 100% going to check it out. I will do my best to see that within before Tuesday night's main event, so I can talk about it on Tuesday night's main event.
WYFT, this is the way, the 199 way. Thank you. Taker, how did Hayden look younger at Star Wars Celebration than on Obi-Wan? I don't know. He actually did. That's a great point. He looked so fucking old.
Except for when he was with Jay, like he looked like he wanted to, like he looked
Speaking
like he
from personal experience, just spending a little bit of time with Jay ages you, right? It does. Hayden was probably just worried he was going to spill something on him.
Hayden did not. Jay actually asked him if he likes sand. That's what he said. Freaking Jay. Let me see if I can find that.
That was also after like a really long day, from my understanding. So like a 12-hour day for him. Bill Prime Gaming becomes a channel member. Thank you. Joe Tapia for 199 says 199. Saint Adam member for 3 months says hail G&G, hail Snake Pit. Thank you. Gordon Cattle for 5.
Snake Pit in the house.
Gordon Cattle for 5. Ray stole Luke's home, name, lightsaber, ship, story, and his dad's origin. Why is this? Yeah. It's true.
It's all bad. It's all bad. I can't pull up. I'm not signed into Instagram. It won't let me pull up his picture. But go to Jay's Instagram. You'll see.
You
his
didn't put it on
picture.
Twitter.
I don't think he put it on Twitter. But Jay's Instagram, he's got his picture with Hayden. Hayden looks like he wants to be literally anywhere but standing right next to drunk 3PO. It's the single worst place in the world in that moment in time for poor Hayden. And Jay asked him, "Do you really just not like sand?" Of course Jay did that. Of course Jay did that. What's 199? Oh, welcome to the party, Trevor. That's the new name of all the Geeks and Gamers fans in the chat. That's the we are the 199. We are the 199 here at Geeks and Gamers. As usual. No, it's not Twitter, Trevor. It was here. It was here. So somebody earlier, some guy came in the chat and said that
he said he was really mad that we were like Star Wars Celebration cringe.
Yeah.
He's like, Star Wars Celebration's been around since 199.
So now the chat's decided to basically take it as their own, as the chat always does. 199's in the house.
Here we go.
Oh, should we just call it the Daily 199, Ryan? Is that our show?
I don't know.
Look at Hayden. He does not want to.
Jay's happy as hell.
He does not want to be there at all.
No. Where am I? Bruce for 199. Thank you. Doctor Who for 5. Aren't we all a little tarded? 199%. Maybe a little bit.
Oh man.
Where the fuck am I? Trevor Martin for 2. Ray will have a 15-year-old daughter named says Maria or Jania. I think he meant Mara or Jaina. I wouldn't be surprised if they fucking did it. Ear Elephant for 5. Jeremy, flying to Vegas? Unrelated. Is G&G succession plan in place? Super unrelated. Life insurance pays triple if you're on a business trip.
I am driving. I was considering flying. I am driving. We will be streaming as much of that as possible and vlogging it. And I'm sure you guys saw, like, Steph and Chris have been putting out some really good vlogs over on Geeks and Gamers Clips, which is probably going to be renamed to Geeks and Gamers Vlogs, that channel. And then Live, Geeks and Gamers Live, is going to probably become the Clips channel. I know it's a lot of shit. I'm trying to figure it all out. We have so many things going on. I'm trying to consolidate and give you guys consistency. So working on it for sure.
What the fuck? Dehako for $5. And then he says how you're supposed to say it in this chat. Deha, might Nintendo's non-wokeness be due to it being a Japanese country? By the way, found you thanks to Legal Mindset. Nice. We had Legal on here not too long ago to explain some of the Disney bullshit here in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So,
he's awesome. He's great.
I mean, yeah, Nintendo does their own shit, and they don't let a lot of Western influence affect like what they want to do.
Yep.
It certainly seems that way.
And they're not perfect. And they did the whole, like, just like literally every single company on the planet, it seemed, they did the whole, they didn't do like the black box or whatever, but they put a statement out over the George Floyd thing. And I'm like, God, really? Nintendo of America did. Nintendo of America. So they're not oblivious to it in terms of like Nintendo of America. But when you talk about their games, when you talk about their history, when you talk about all their stuff, they just don't get involved in this shit.
Samurai Vader for 199. Thank you. T-Rev the Game Dev for 2. Can we get Ryan's reaction? UFC 287 on Sports Wars. Well, I did on the Sunday live stream that got taken down by UFC. So that got copyright blocked worldwide. So unfortunately, I might have to do another recording of that or something. Obviously, Israel Adesanya with the big win over in the rematch with Pereira, with the big knockout. And then obviously Jorge Masvidal retiring and starting a Let's Go Brandon chant. So a little bit late, but awesome. I guess I might have to do that over on.
That was pretty awesome.
E1337 Neo for $3. Go to games. Zelda Link to the Past. Enough said.
Link to the Past is my favorite Zelda game. Breath of the Wild's pretty close, but Link to the Past, Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo is the greatest system ever. And Link to the Past, my favorite Zelda game.
Sheevburger for 5. Gonna be funny when Star Fox is a better space movie and makes more money than all 3 Lucasfilm movies they announced this weekend. I would love a Star Fox movie.
Yeah, I mean, the story, like, that's the moving forward, man. When you're, and this is what we have to understand. I know it's exciting right now with Mario and the success, and it's well deserved. And I'm super happy. I love the movie. But like when you start talking about games like Legend of Zelda, like Star Fox, like Metroid, these are narrative driven. They have to have really good stories.
Dude,
you know
Star
what I mean?
Fox could be so fucking sick.
Oh my god! It would
like
be
I just think there's a
incredible.
lot of good characters between Slippy and Falco and what's the fucking Peppy? Is that the name, rabbit's name? Like, there's good characters there. There's good villains too.
Endless opportunities right now, man. Endless opportunities, and even leading into, like, they could make a Smash Bros. Fucking movie. Like, they could make it to where you follow a few of the characters about this lead up to this big fighting tournament. Holy shit, dude. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. God damn, dude. They got to do this, man. They got to do it right. It's going to take time. They got to get the right people involved. Oh,
And then
my
you could
God.
make like a real fucking dark version too. You could have like the Kirby movie, but it's Kirby's origins and what Kirby had to do to Harvey Weinstein to get these opportunities. Right? And that could be the origin of Kirby's legendary sucking. Okay, so you could do it. Make it happen. Marty Gray for 5. Yeah, it's all right. It gets a bit confusing with the language changes in the second act. However, Crow's speaking Italian is superb. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to seeing that. I'll have to watch it at some point. Doctor Who for 5. Disney buys a brand for young boys only to turn them into young girls.
Pretty much.
Sparta Chris for $1.99. Thank you. Chris Coran for 2. Jay brings out the pain in people. Brother Rudlock for 5. Help a boomer out. Is there a way to play the OG Mario game?
I mean,
get a Nintendo, I guess.
I mean, there's
emulators and shit.
There's emulators that you can use for sure. Or like you can, if you have a Switch, you can download, like if you get a Switch and then you have the online, then you have access to all of these games. I'm pretty sure the OG Mario's on there. I can check right now while we're doing that. I'm pretty, because I know like Super Mario World, Super Mario 3, Super Mario All-Stars. I'll check right now.
Mad about oh fuck. That came out of nowhere. Sorry. Mad about Hatter for 2. What does the Little Mermaid make? $1.99, $1.99, $1.99. They're gonna be lucky if they get that much. Hayden for $10. Master Hand kidnaps them all from their respective worlds and throws them into a fighting tournament. They have to join together to beat Master Hand. That'd be cool. I'd be good with that. I'd be good with that. And we're all caught up there as Jeremy.
We're all caught
left.
up. I'm here. I'm just opening up my Switch real quick and seeing, but I'm pretty sure that the OG Mario is on here. So they have the Nintendo, the NES online, and then they have Super Nintendo. They have so much. Yeah. Just fucking start it, you fucking dumbass. I have the OLED model right now.
Veckel for $1.99. Any thoughts on a Metal Gear Solid movie with Oscar Isaac? I like him as an actor. I don't really have any desire to see that.
Yeah, you got them all. Everything's in here. Like, look, this is the amount of fucking. Give me a full screen. So, like, the amount of fucking games on here. All these are playable games on the NES. Then you have the Super Nintendo version. You have Game Boy. Like, you have everything on here. So, yeah, man, that's good stuff right there. In terms of a Metal Gear, there was a rumor a long time ago. This is like back during the like Terminator Salvation days. That Christian Bale was going to play Solid Snake. Bro, that would have been so fucking good to have Christian Bale play Solid Snake. It would have been amazing. But again, dude, you have so many opportunities in gaming. You have Metal Gear, you have God of War, you have Halo. I know. Half-Life 2 would be incredible to see that. There's so many good narrative driven games out there that you could do something with. And yeah, it's the endless possibilities. It all comes down to who is behind the project. Like if you look at that Halo show, the one thing they got right was the look of Master Chief. It's fucking perfect. Everything else is the worst thing I've ever seen. So
I did have one more Star Wars thing. It got announced while we were streaming. But I wanted to put it out there. We do have the official location for Star Wars Celebration 2025. Not in Orlando, not in a red state of Florida. No, it's going to be in Japan. So I guess 2 years in a row, international. Well, 2 celebrations in a row, international. Japan in 2025. So there you go.
There we
For
go.
anybody that was interested in going. Not
Yeah.
me, but hey, you gotta fucking pay a lot to get all the way out there. So
yep.
Hayden, for $20, I'd watch a movie following the story of the first Modern Warfare game. I'd watch any movie that's fucking good.
Yeah.
But you know,
but
Gizmo's-
yeah, but like if you get like there are so many good video game stories that you could tie into that nostalgia, and then you tell a good story with it, and it could do insane things. It could do unbelievable things. Again, it all comes back to who's working on it. What type of people are you hiring? Are you hiring activists, or are you hiring qualified storytellers? That's really the difference.
Hayden for 20. I'd watch a movie. I just said that. Fuck. Gizmo surplus for $1.99. Thank you. Jay's full utter chub for $1.99. Didn't know Bang Bros was Nintendo.
Shout out to Bang Bros.
Yeah. Big shout out. That's all. Jeremy, we're all caught
That's
up.
it. All right, guys. Thank you for another incredible stream. I love this daily show so much. And again, I will always have to credit Ryan for being the machine behind it, always getting everything together. Appreciate you, man. And I'm so happy with this show, man. 2,500 people again today. And again, Monday through Friday, every single Monday through Friday, we're here. We're here to talk about the latest news going on. Shout out to the 199s in the chat. We have a new name now, and that is awesome. Shout out to the trolls. Again, you're not the worst thing you can do is come in here and try to talk shit, because you're gonna regret it, or at least we're just gonna monetize it.
199th clone army greater than 501st. So
that's right. That's right. So Krista will be working on those 199 badges for members. So I'm thinking by tomorrow. I don't know how long it takes to get those approved, but I'm sure she'll have it done here in a few hours, and then we'll be able to drop those in the chat tomorrow. So yeah, looking forward to it. We got Mario Kart tonight here on the main channel. Mario Kart tonight, and then Cobra Cast afterwards over on my D-Day Cobra channel. So I look forward to seeing you all for Mario Kart and then for Cobra Cast. Other than that, check out Meta PCs. Thank you to, was it named Link that had purchased it earlier? He purchases Meta PCs, his Geeks Gamers Meta PCs. So the link is right there for Cam Man, the pinned post. So you guys can go over there and check it out. We do appreciate it. Other than that, let's see. I love watching you guys suffer from Mario Kart. Yes, it will be another night. Hey, I won the championship last week. It's the first time in like forever that I beat Johnny. So can I repeat, or is Johnny going to take the crown back? That's what you're going to find out tonight on Mario Kart. All right, Ryan, thank you. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to the 199s. Thank you to the mods. Appreciate all of you. And Bashy Washy, I will definitely check out Tetris on your recommendation and many others. All right, guys, have a good night, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.